Alright guys, welcome back to What If Goku was in Vegeta's crew. I'm enjoying this series, hope you're enjoying it too. With all that being said, it's time to get into the Beerus arc.
We cut to Beerus. Beerus would be asleep as he would dream about a Super Saiyan God, a warrior who can challenge him, a warrior who could push him to be something more, to be something stronger. As he kept on dreaming about this rival, suddenly he would wake up. He would ask Whis what happened to the Saiyans, as he would tell them that Vegeta survived and staged a rebellion, killing Frieza, and he became the legendary Super Saiyan with Kakarot. Beerus would spit out his food. He couldn't believe this. Kakarot and Vegeta, Super Saiyans? He never thought Vegeta had it in him. However, he was somewhat proud. Maybe he wasn't that spoiled brat he was anymore. Well, only one way to find out. He was going to have to pay him a visit.
As all that was going on, we cut to Kakarot and Vegeta. Kakarot and Vegeta were training, as Raditz and Nappa trained too, pushing themselves further and further. As Vegeta looked at Kakarot and smirk. I can't believe I fused with low-class trash all those years ago. Kakarot would smirk and say, "Don't lie, that was the best thing you've ever done." Vegeta would laugh. Vegeta's grown quite a bit. And he's learned to accept the low-class Saiyans. Even if he doesn't like them as much, he learned to accept them. And he's learned to respect Kakarot as a warrior, just like in our timeline. But, he's still pretty evil in this timeline. They all are. They are true Saiyan warriors who care about nothing but power, death, and destruction. And that's okay. They have truly became what the Saiyans dreamed of, what the Saiyans wanted. They have killed Frieza and built an empire that no Saiyan could ever have dreamed. However, all that was at risk because someone was coming. Lord Beerus, the god of destruction, was coming. And eventually he would land on their capital planet. As he walked up, the rest of the Saiyans got hostile, but Vegeta began to shake. He said, "No, it can't be." Memories started to flood back from when Vegeta was a kid. He remembers Beerus visiting King Vegeta. He remembered how he used him. Vegeta began to get angry, and he thought maybe he could fight this time, but it's Beerus, a god of destruction. He decided to play it cool. As he walked up to him and says, "What is it?" Beerus would look down and say, "Oh, Prince Vegeta, I remember you. You were such a little spoiled brat back then, but now, let's hope you have better manners. I'm here for a Super Saiyan God." They all looked confused. They had no idea what a Super Saiyan God was. But Vegeta began to step up as he turned Super Saiyan 3. We may not know what a god is, but we do know about this power. The power of a Super Saiyan 3. Vegeta said, smirking, as Beerus said, "Interesting. Well, come fight me with it." And Vegeta would fight Beerus, but Beerus was simply too strong. Every punch, every ki blast, everything he did against him would not work. As suddenly Vegeta tried to charge a massive gallic gun straight to his face. As he put all of his power, all of his energy into it, Beerus just looked at him and said, "If that's all you got, then I'm disappointed." As then he just finger flicked Vegeta, causing him to fall down knocked out. Everyone was shocked. He just defeated Vegeta just like that. I mean, sure, he was a god, but Vegeta was one of the strongest ones. Kakarot began to shake, realizing he wouldn't do much better either. As then Beerus looked at him all and says, "Now it's time for something serious. It's time for good food." As then they started to feed Beerus. As Beerus ate, he started to enjoy the food. And he started to talk to the Saiyans and get to know them better. And get to know whether he should destroy them or not. And Kakarot was on edge. He needed to figure out what the Super Saiyan God was, but he had nothing. He knew nothing of this god. Kakarot would then begin to panic. If he couldn't figure anything out, Beerus would destroy them. He would destroy all of them. And all those years of training, all those years of fighting, all those years of conquest, they would basically be for nothing. However, suddenly Kakarot got an idea. As the rest of the Saiyans would watch over Beerus to make sure he didn't get mad, he would go over to Nappa. Kakarot would say, "I have a mission for you, Nappa." Nappa would look at him and say, "What is it?" "I want you to go to Namek and get the Dragon Balls, and wish to know anything about the Super Saiyan God." Nappa would nod, as Nappa would get a space pod and begin to fly towards Namek. As he landed, the Namekians got out and began to shake, worried that Nappa would kill them, but Nappa said, "Calm down, I just need your Dragon Balls for information." They said, "How can we trust you?" Nappa would say, "Because if I wanted you dead, you would already be dead." Nappa looked at him blankly for a while, and they sighed and gave up one of the Dragon Balls. They got orders from the new Elder: if the Saiyans ever showed up, just give them what they want so they don't kill everyone. Besides, they didn't want immortality or something like that, and if they wanted to rule the universe, they would work for it. Saiyans like battle, and they like to work. They like to get stronger. They just use Dragon Balls for information and other things. Eventually, Nappa would gather them all. As he summoned Purunga, he would ask Purunga about the Super Saiyan God, and he would end up telling him all about it. Then he would begin to make his wishes. For his first wish, he would wish to know if there was any other Saiyans out there, and he would tell him about Broly and Perius and Vegeta's brother. And he had it in mind where to get them. After all, this is a Saiyan empire. He should bring as many Saiyans in as possible. Once he got that through, Nappa then decided to wish to bring all of the Saiyans and Beerus and Whis here, so they can just do the ritual here. And all the Saiyans agreed, and Beerus was a little reluctant to agree, but even if it was a trap, he was too powerful for it to really affect him, so he agreed. As he appeared on Namek, he looked around and said, "Ah, Namek, the peaceful Namekian race. I haven't been here too often, since they're not known for their food. Why have you brought me here?" "Because I've learned how to make a Super Saiyan God, and I learned about the ritual. Also, I wanted to give the third wish to you, Lord." You would say, "Ah, how kindly." As he walked up, Purunga looked down at Beerus and began to shake, scared. Lord Beerus, what do you need?" Beerus would look and say, "Let me think. This is so hard. But I just wish for the tastiest food in the world." "No, scratch that. The universe." Purunga would say, "You got it." As he made a delicious, weird-looking ball thing appear. As Beerus ate it, it was purely delicious. He's never tasted something so good in his entire life. As he finished eating his food, the Saiyans would do the Super Saiyan God ritual and decide to give Goku the God powers. Since Vegeta fought him the first time, so Goku should fight him the second time. It's only fair. Beerus would then smirk as he looked at Goku as he walked straight up to his face. Well. Finally, I get to fight a Super Saiyan God. I'm so intrigued, Kakarot. I hope you live up to this expectation." Kakarot looked at him and said, "I am a true-blooded Saiyan warrior. I will live up to your expectations. Low class or not, I am a Saiyan." Beerus and Kakarot both began to battle each other, but Kakarot didn't really know how to use his powers, so Beerus was helping him. He taught him how to use his powers, slowly easing him into it so he could fight him better. Beerus has been bored for so long. Anime and food can only get you so far in life. He wanted a battle, a challenge, something that can make him feel entertained for once. Something that can actually make him feel something. And even though he had to hold back a lot, to say the least, he was having a good time battling Goku. Kakarot was a true Saiyan warrior, and he had great battle instincts. He also was getting more and more used to the Super Saiyan God power, and as they fought, their battle led them up into space. Beerus would laugh and say, "You know, Kakarot, this is quite thrilling. This battle between us? How about we make things more interesting?" Kakarot would look at him and say, "What do you mean?" Beerus looked down and say, "I know you don't care about those Namekians, but those Saiyans you fight with, you seem rather close to them." You then began to summon a massive energy ball. "Let's see how much you really care about them." As he threw it right towards planet Namek, Kakarot looked as he began to shake, surprised. He couldn't let his family die. He couldn't let Vegeta and the rest of his squad die. As the energy ball went closer and closer to Namek, Kakarot flew to it and managed to absorb all of its energy. As he flew and punched Beerus straight in the face, the battle would continue, but eventually, Kakarot wouldn't be able to win. As Beerus would win, Kakarot would fall down to Namek. As the rest of the Saiyans awaited their fate, Beerus looked at them all and said, "I had fun. Come to my planet any time to train. A stronger Saiyan will make a more worthy opponent. As then he flew off. As Beerus left, Nappa looked at him and say, we have new Saiyans for our crew. Vegeta would say, really? I made a wish with the Dragon Balls. They seem promising. And that is going to leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of this series so far down below. I'm enjoying continuing it, and I hope you're enjoying watching it. Let's go Kakarot.